I'm Christine Venus and I'm an astrologer, and today we're going to discuss the new moon in Aquarius and where it will be affecting you in your life based on your astrology, your natal chart. So the new moon in Aquarius is also conjunct Saturn, and Saturn is all about responsibility, showing up, doing the hard work, setting goals, putting in the effort, and also where we create boundaries, where we have boundaries, where we need to create boundaries, and also where we need to slow down as well and be more, take more sort of calculated risks. So the new moon in Aquarius, you want to be looking at your sun, moon and rising. First of all, your rising sign, that's going to be the most accurate as to what area of your life it's affected. Then your sun's going to give a bit more of the story, and then your moon's going to affect you on an emotional, internal level. So you can look at all three to get a big picture and to see the similarities, what might be happening in each sign, or you can just look at your rising sign for a general overview of what might be affecting you. Of course, if you've got planets in Aquarius, then there's definitely going to be more of an effect on you, or if you have any aspects in any other planets aspecting the new moon, of course that's going to affect you. And if you don't know any of that, you can always get a chart from astro.com and look at it, or you can book a reading with me. In the below section there's details, of course, and you can connect with me via Instagram as well. And make sure you subscribe, please, and you'll be able to keep up to date with all my other videos. Now, I just did a video going through and explaining the new moon in Aquarius in more detail. You can watch that, I'll link it for you. Otherwise it's in my video section, and otherwise we're just going to go through each sign and how it will be possibly, what kind of maybe even like sudden surprises could come up over the next 6 months, because this new moon energy does go on for the next 6 months as well. And we want to be starting to plant these new seeds and all that, just that, day or two after, a few days after, when the moon starts to grow. Okay, so for we'll start with Aquarius, since it's going to be in Aquarius's sign. So Aquarius is it's going to be in your first house. Now, the first house is all about the self. It's about who we are, what we're about, what we're presenting, the way we're putting ourselves out there. It's all about the identity. It's our appearance. It's generally just about us in general, and it can be about our body as well, and and because it's our appearance as well. And it represents our individual self as well, and what we're experiencing on an individual level. So for you, these new beginnings where it's based on like you may be reinventing yourself and changing yourself in some way. Okay, so for Pisces rising, this is happening in your 12th house. So the 12th house is our spiritual side. It's our connection with God, the universe, our higher self. It's where we retreat. It's more of a hidden house where we go to escape. It can represent hospitals, institutions. It's our mental state, and our mental and sort of psychological state on a level. And it also represents endings as well, the 12th house. Completion and endings, and can also represent where we self-sabotage ourselves, and where we escape from reality, or we go to that other dimension, or basically reality, basically. So that's pretty much it for you, Pisces. So when we're talking about those Saturn themes, it could be getting serious about your spiritual practices when it comes to how you're looking after your mental state and your psychological state in something like that, or getting really serious about your sleep and getting enough sleep and stuff like that as well. Okay, for Aries. So for Aries, this is happening in your 11th house. The 11th house is friendship circles, friends, social groups, it's communities, organizations, it's our high aspirations, what we're doing for a bigger, higher purpose. It's humanitarian things. So there could be a new beginning there for you and something related to that. Now for Taurus rising. So for Taurus rising, this is the 10th house. The 10th house is career, it's our public reputation, it's our goals, it's what we're building and creating a world, it's our legacy, what we plan to leave behind, it's where what we're doing out in society as well, and what society is laying out for us, expecting for us, like our bosses and our workplaces and things like that as well. So this is where you could be having a new beginning, or planting a new seed, or getting serious about something and taking control and really putting the work and effort into to see something like build from it and manifest, basically. Gemini rising. So for Gemini rising, this is going to be in the 9th house. So the 9th house is all about higher education. It's all about the philosophical side of things, wanting to learn and grow and develop, and wanting to know and explore and learn more. It can be foreign and distance travel. It can represent other languages and cultures as well. It can represent teaching and that higher education I said before, and learning in universities as well. And also 9th house can be marriage as well. We can see that happen there. So there could be a new beginning with any of those things. It's also, the 9th house is also our beliefs as well. So new beliefs that we're starting to emerge and develop, and any kind of new beginnings with any of those themes for you. Okay, so for Cancer rising. So for Cancer rising, this will be the 8th house. The 8th house is our it's our I was going to say our enemies, but I didn't want to start with something so negative. But it's like our enemies, like our hidden enemies or whatever, can be the 8th house. It represents death and rebirth and transformation and healing. It's sex, the occult, it's all those things that are seen as taboo. It's a house where we can go through really big change and transformation, and is where we can get to the truth of things, and also any secrets and things like that can come out with the 8th house, or it's where we have things hidden or secret, and that's where it can be those like hidden enemies or hidden secrets or whatever it is, basically. The 8th house can also represent other people's money and finances, so our partner's resources or money, or something that we're dealing with, other people's money, banks, institutions as well, taxes, insurances, inheritances. That's all 8th house themes as well, so all that financial stuff. So any kind of new beginnings, new opportunities around those themes for you. Okay, so for Leo rising. So for Leo rising, this is happening in your, where are we at now? 7th house. So the 7th house is all about the other. The opposite of that first individual house, where that Aquarius new moon is happening. It's in that opposite house. So for you, it's the opposition. So there could be that bit of tension there, because it is that opposite sign. It's not about you. It's going to be very much about the other. So, but being in that 7th house, it's relationships. So there could be new beginnings with relationships, new people coming into your life, new business relationships or business contracts that you're getting into and signing. So you're getting really serious, or taking responsibility, or showing up there, or commitment. Saturn's also commitment. So maybe you're committing to a new relationship, or deepening or strengthening the current one by making it, taking more responsibility or showing up more in a current relationship. It could be anything like that there for you too, with the 7th house. Okay, so for Virgo rising. So for Virgo rising, this is going to be in the 6th house. So the 6th house is a Virgo house. Now the 6th house is all about our health, it's all about our well-being, our physical body, it's all about our daily practices, what we do on a day-to-day basis. and that can be our work, it could be uni if that's what you do. Even though that's more high learning ninth house, it's still, if you do that on a daily basis, it's a part of your daily routine and what you do. It can also be our co-workers too, that sixth house. And yeah, so our health, our nutrition, and pets and animals as well can be that sixth house. So any kind of new beginnings, new opportunities, taking responsibility, showing up, committing, all that sort of stuff there when it comes to those sixth house themes for you. Okay, so for Libra rising. So for Libra rising, that means it'll be the fifth house for you. So the fifth house is all about children. It's all about our heart, what makes us happy, what we're passionate about, what lights us up. It's our creativity. It's what we love. And it's our romance. It's our passion. And that, you know, there could be any new beginnings happening there for you. So again, that could be something like a new romance coming in, or it could be a new hobby, or a new creative endeavor that you take up, or, and with Saturn there too, you know, it could be something that you're getting serious about, something that you're, you know, turning a passion or a hobby into something more serious, for example, or you know, fifth house, new beginning with Saturn. There could be, you know, getting serious about children in some way. So, you know, babies, children, anything like that too is possible, especially with the current planetary energies we're under at the moment. And Uranus is the ruler too. Remember, Uranus is all about unexpected things, surprises, shocking things that it's here to stir things up, shake things up, to get us more on the right frequency that we should be. Okay, so for after Virgo, right, so Libra rising is Scorpio rising. So for Scorpio rising, this will be happening in the fourth house. So the fourth house is our home, it's our safety net, it's our comfort zone, it's where we go to retreat. It's not the 12th house so much, but it's just where we have that safe place, that where we can nurture ourselves and care for ourselves and have that bit of protection as well. It's also our heritage and our ancestors and our family ties, and you know, the way we grew up and how we grew up as well. So that fourth house, and it's our home and family and what we're creating there. So for you, and again, it's about nurturing and caring for ourselves as well. So for you, it could be a new beginning, and that, like, learning to nurture and care for yourself on a better level and getting serious about that, and Saturn's making you do that. Otherwise, it could be a new beginning with something to do with a new home. You know, Saturn's also about you know, hard work and showing up and taking responsibility and long-term things, commitments and that. And a long-term commitment is definitely like a new home or something like that for sure. And building something could be building a new home, who knows, because that's Saturn's very much a builder, likes to build and create things. So some kind of foundation and something that's strong. Yeah, so that's it for you. All right, so then we have our lovely Sagittarius risings. So for Sag rising, that means it will be in the third house for you. The third house is our siblings. It's our local distance sort of environment and travel that we do. Third house is our communications. It's our thought processes. It's our mind. It's our communication, our words, our conversations, our emails, our networking, that sort of sense. It's short distance travel as well, and cars and electronics it can represent. And also more into the themes of also it represents, yeah, so the mind and our thought processes and learning, how we learn and how we share information as well. So there could be some kind of new beginning there with that for you. So you could be starting to write something new, could be connecting with new people in some way that's communicating, or that's networking or sharing of information, or taking on a short course or something like that. That's sort of a third house theme, or some kind of, you know, new beginning with a sibling even, or any of those other things that we discussed, or you're getting serious about that stuff. And showing up and all those other Saturnian things, but also the Aquarius themes of new inventive ideas and new inspirations and all those things. So make sure you watch back my other video, which goes into more detail about these energies and what's happening, rather than going just through each sign. So a better overview of that, and it's in the description, and I'll link it here for you. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't already too, just a reminder. And thanks for watching. Appreciate you being here. All right, so the next sign is Capricorn. So lovely Capricorn. So the last sign, actually, because we started at Aquarius. So Capricorn at second house. So second house is our our finances, financial security. It's our self-worth. It's our confidence, our skills and abilities, and using those skills and abilities to be able to create that financial stability and support. Because that's very much a big thing of second house, having that. It's our possessions. It can represent real estate. All those sorts of things as well, and our money. It's like the money that we're earning, basically, and that self-worth and confidence, and a new beginning there could be like learning a new skill, or doing something to help with that self-worth, starting some kind of new thing there, or getting serious about it. And also, it could be, when it's Saturn based too, some kind of new beginning based on your money and finances and doing better, getting more serious about it, taking more responsibility, being more structured and harsh and critical in a sense, and being more serious about it. Saturn's a very serious sign too, so being more serious about those things, basically. And remember, it is Uranus based too, so it's still, finding unique different ways to do things. Okay, so that's all of the signs. So again, please make sure you watch back the previous video that I did, which was explaining more. It's just a 10-minute quick video explaining the energies in more detail, to help you understand what it means for you in your life. So thank you for watching. Please again make sure you subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.